What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a review of the Razor Shift Jeph Howard skate. So as you can see, I've definitely used them a little bit. And sorry it's taken so long to make the review of this skate. I know I got them a few months ago, but I really wanted to give it through the ringer, try it on different frames, different wheels, different liners, like really give it through the test. So yeah, let's so right now I have my John From 50/50 frames on it with my Moonshine anti-rockers and my John From Red Eye wheels. But the wheels it comes with are just kind of like stock ground control wheels and the Featherlight 4 frame. And those wheels were pretty good. They felt a little soft for my liking, but overall pretty good. And the frames were really good. For flat frames, those are probably the favorite frames I've tried. The one thing I didn't like is on the ground control frames, their H-block is like removable. So I think the idea of the ground control frame being removable is that you can wear through it, like grind through it, and then replace the H-block. But to me, that just seemed like overkill, and it made it so it would come loose and then it would rub on my wheels, and so I didn't like that. And then I also skated it with the ground control Featherlight free frame, 3 frames with anti-rocker and nitrogen, the rollerblade nitrogen wheels, and that frame and wheel combo was pretty fun. Also, I switched out the Rain V3 liner for the Intuition liner, and the Rain V3 liner was still super amazing. I just switched it out because my friend who, shout out Drew, who had some Intuition premium liners that he didn't like how they fit him, and they fit me really well, so I ended up just buying them off of him for a really good deal. And yeah, so that's why I switched out the liner, but the Rain V3 liner is really good. So now let's talk about the Soleplate. The original Soleplate that came on it is green, and it still is super sick, but I wanted to do kind of a sneaker vibe where everything from the Soleplate down is white. But the Soleplate's amazing. It helped me learn a lot of new tricks. I learned top sides with this Soleplate, and I also think that has to do with the flexibility of the boot, but we'll talk about the boot in a second. But yeah, Soleplate's really good. It has these clicks, so you can click it out. You can click off the whole like frame and Soleplate, and then switch it over to, like, I have this ground control big wheel set up, and it has its little slider piece, and so that's really convenient. All you have to undo is undo the screws, and it's only 4 screws, and then undo the 2 clips, and then you can switch it over to the big wheel setup. However, for aggressive skating, I keep the screws in. I know that a lot of people say that you can skate it without the screws, but I think it's wise to at least keep 1 or 2 screws in there just in case you have high impact. But on the free skating setup, I don't use the screws, and it seems to hold itself in there just fine when I'm just going fast and cruising around. So now let's talk about the actual boot itself. Love the plastic, love the green. Jeph Howard killed it with the colorway on this one. But the one gripe I do have about the Shift is the toe box is so like tight on top. There's not a lot of toe room. I think if they would have kind of stuck with like an SL style toe box, I know that the rest of the SL skate doesn't look nearly as good as the Shift, but if they would have made the toe box just a little taller, because I don't know anyone that has like such thin toes. But to kind of fix that, I did the tennis ball trick where you heat up the toe of your boot with a hair dryer, shove a tennis ball in there, and then let it cool, and after that I didn't have any problems. And now let's go on up to the cuffs. I love these cuffs. Compared to some of the other skates I've skated recently, these cuffs are way more flexible. I felt like they made getting into top sides and other stuff a lot easier. It has a cool like logo that I assume Jeph designed, and yeah, the cuffs are super great. There's pretty good buckle protection. I think could have a little more buckle protection, but solid cuffs. The buckles are good. On the Shifts, they come with the Razor's metal buckle, which is better than the other ones, but they're not anything super special. I think the Rossi's buckles are still better. But yeah, and if you're interested in seeing me skate this, I have a lot of videos on my Instagram, which I'll leave the linked in the description below. And I also have a bunch of shorts and other videos of me doing lines in this skate on my YouTube. So go ahead and check out some of those other videos. So that is the review of the Razor Shift Jeph Howard. Let me know if you liked it, didn't like it, agree, disagree, what are some things I could do better. Yeah, I appreciate the feedback, guys. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.